Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video with your guy, Mawu the Patient. So, today we're taking a look at my first timed 14 key, this time in the Rookery. So right now on your screen, you can see the route that we're using. The tank was actually really nice and very communicating. I like that about a tank, that we can actually talk about the route. And this key will also be the first full commentary of the new Season 2, guys. I'm so excited to tell you everything that I'm thinking of, everything that's happening on the way. It's going to be a super nice key. So yeah, guys, welcome to the video, and I hope you like this full commentary. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything. And I think we're just about it. People, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into the key. Let's go! Alright, on your screen right now, you'll see the talents I'm currently using. I'll put a link to that in the description. The current gear, and on the right side you can see people in the groups, rate IO, and item level. So a pretty decent group. We're gonna get started here. I'm gonna regrowth everyone, just hot everyone up right before we go in here. And we're ready for the first pull. The big pull. Usually this is a pretty big pull, and you can see the DH going there. A first little fun fact, as you can see me going in here doing DPS, is that you can actually stand up there where the DPS are standing to actually avoid the black orbs there, okay? So you, as a ranged DPS, just stay up there. We're not ranged, we're melee, so we're down here. And we're watching everything on our UI here. Right now we're watching the bursting growth. We're watching our Bloodseeker veins. I'll make a red dot around that. And that's why we convoked so early in this pool, okay? A little fun fact is that you can actually destroy that little shadow orb there. You can destroy that mid-combat. So if you don't have any DPS cooldowns left, you just do that, okay? So yeah, we use our convoke on our Bloodseeker veins just to get that big burst out. And also because we can do the... I'll put a link up here, but if you bite into a bramble burst... Oh, bramble burst! If you bite into a Bloodseeker vein, you're gonna do bramble burst AoE, so yeah. So what we're looking for here is the lightning bolts, okay? The lightning bolts are so heavy. If you get 2 or 3 out of those lightning bolts, you're gonna get one shot. And this AoE as well, that's why I didn't begin my cat DPS there. There's so much damage going on here. Lightning bolts, we need to look out for that. Then there's the unavoidable lightning rush thingy. The swirlies, of course, and the lightning bolts. We're just gonna kick every one of those when we can. Okay? Those are getting kicked. That's really nice because I'm taking a lot of damage here. Going cat form and using the convoke offensively. So here you can see actually it's pretty bad for me. Just before the AoE, I had no hot stop on people. You can see on my UI down here all the hots that I'm actually using on people. So I needed to... I needed to use the bark skin on the shaman here, okay? Also, the shaman is my target here for my symbiotic relationship because the shaman is not healing that much. Haven't got so much self-heal, so that's why we want to use the relationship on him. Oh, there's so much to talk about in this key. Okay, moving on. Next pull is pretty chill here. I'm just recovering here from... I'm just trying to keep everyone healthy, so if they get like random 2 to 3 lightning bolts, they won't get one shot. So that's basically what I'm doing here. Just waiting for my Heart of the Wild here, the Call of the Elder Druid. And there you have it. I'm gonna proc it. Just gonna do DPS here. Convoke is about to come up. And I'm gonna convoke right into the Bloodseeker veins. And I'm probably gonna bite it. So that's the damage rotation. I have a ton of videos here on YouTube telling you everything you need to know about the rotation. But yeah, this is the commentary for it. I'm gonna use the roar thingy, Stampeding Roar, to speed everyone up. Going to cat form, going to prowl to get that extra crit. Gonna open up there. We're not super scared of this pull either. There's no AoE as I recall, so we're just chilling here, trying to kick everything we can, keeping everyone healthy. And he's actually gonna zone that because he was scared. It's a fight zone, I'll be honest. But there's no AoE coming here, so we could have saved that. Or is it the AoE coming? Let's see. We could have saved the zone for the AoE damage though. Okay, the AoE is coming now, so it could have been nice to use the Angematic zone there for the AoE, but we're fine. Gonna keep pumping out. My Call of the Elder Druid is ready now. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna go in, pop it. Watching right now. Bloodseeker vein there. I'm probably gonna convoke that. Let's see. Yeah, there you have it. Convoke into the Bloodseeker Veins, because every bite I didn't get is gonna do Bramble Burst. I'm gonna do AoE on my bite. That's pretty good. Gotta heal up here. Everything looks fine. Okay, let's see the next pull here.
Bloom up.
Yeah, so the next pack is probably one of the harder ones here in the first area, because there's a lot of, like, those 3 guys over there are Thunder Boys. That's what I'm doing here. You can see me actually going into bear form in just a second here. Because I saw 2 casts going out on me, and 2 casts of these are actually going to one-shot. Maybe not with the gear I'm currently rocking, but in higher keys and the lower gear you have, those lightning bolts hit like a truck. Like 2 to 3 lightning bolts on you, and you're actually going to get one shot. That's why I used a little bear form there for Urson's Vigor, getting a bit tankier. If they went through both of them, I wouldn't have been dead. It's pretty good for the key, okay? Your bear form is just such an amazing defensive cooldown, and you need to... Yeah, use that a lot. You'll see in my video here and the other videos I've made, I use bear form as a defensive a lot. Call of the Elder Druid is up. I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna convoke it. I'm just gonna spread. This boss is pretty easy, I'll be honest with you. You're just gonna spread. You're gonna do damage.
Chill.
You can stay in and do damage a lot. That's why I'm using Heart of the Wild. In the intermission, just hot everyone up. Remember that as a druid and as everyone else, you can still do damage to the boss. So I'm gonna go in melee just in a moment. I'm just gonna hot everyone up, and here you can see me actually still doing damage to the boss. Okay. The best thing you can do here, I'm not doing it pretty well right now, but the best thing you can do here is actually stack up so you're as close as possible to each other, so you don't use that much space. As I understand, the only thing you don't know about this boss is whether it's going clockwise or anti-clockwise. So that's the only thing you need to look out for. But if you stack, all of you, on the first one, you'll be easily... Yeah, you can easily move left or right. Whatever you want to do there. Let's see here. Okay, my Call of the Elder Druid. A little meow. A little meow in my ear. I actually procced it. That's kind of sad, winning into bear there. But still going in, you can see the Bloodseeker Vein is up with the extra 5% damage. We're going in for the Convoke there. We need more hots here. That's what I'm doing here, I think. Yep. Life blooming up 3 times. A bit of a misclick there, but it doesn't matter. A hat cast now, I think. Yep. A little white growth. You can use your wild charge if you want, so you can hot cast, and then you can wild charge to an friendly if you want to get the cast off. But we're fine here, actually committing the bark skin as well. It's fine. Wild growth into just straight DPS here again. Gonna keep that rip up. Rip is a huge portion of my overall damage. So yeah, going into bear form is not really necessary here because the damage is not that bad, but it's still less healing for me to do. And yeah, usually on lower keys you can actually just rely on your Dream of the Scenarios healing here. But I just want to make sure that everyone is topped off. I want to time this 14. Really good group, great synergy, nice guys. So yeah. I'm keeping everyone healthy, that is, after all my healing job. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Okay, you see there, that was actually pretty good. Pretty stacked up, again. I'm just gonna predict where we're going next, so my airflow is over there. And I'm gonna proc the Heart of the Elder, Call of the Elder Druid, sorry. And probably gonna Convoke in just a moment. Let's see what's going on. Yep, Convoking here. And a big bite.
Chill.
Looks good so far. A pretty easy tank with like... That's like 3 mechanics, I guess, right? The lightning, AoE, the spread, and the runaround thingy. Or a bit of a crazy thing there. I needed to stay out there, but it's fine. And we're gonna kill it in just a moment. And as most of you probably know while watching this video, in the next part you need to get a feather, okay? What people don't know, or everyone doesn't know, that if you get a feather and you jump on one of these small birds, you're gonna get the Storm Rook's favor. You're actually gonna get a chance to do nature damage, I think it is. That's pretty good. That's why I jump on a bird first. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have our only death for this key. And it's not even a death because I couldn't prevent it. We have 0 death, but the problem is the lock forgot to take a feather. So he actually needed to jump down. Sad for him, but it's fine. We're still gonna time it, and this is our only death. And it's not really a death, so yeah. It feels good. We're just gonna get him up and do a little kick in the chat, and we're gonna move on. This next pull is probably the hardest one for healers, because there's so many random casts. The Void Bowls, they hurt like... Yeah, I wouldn't curse, but they're like hurting a lot. The tank started before us, and right now you're gonna get the pull, plus the curse, plus the bowls. So you really need to look out for everyone's health here. That's why I'm committing the defensive convoke here instead of the offensive convoke. Just to keep everyone healthy, okay? Gonna go into cat form here because I feel more safe. You can see the pull here coming now. You can see on the left side. The pull is about to come in here. Did it die? Oh, it's here. I am topping everyone up, watching the DK. He still got pod, so I'm not that scared. I can see on my UI that he still have health potion. All the 3 DPS has that, so I'm not that scared at this moment. But still watching them. I don't want them to use it. So this is one of the more scarier pulls. The other scary pull is coming in a moment, but we got Bloodlust for that. So we're just gonna talk about that in a moment. An important little thing to notice is we're gonna get upon another pull here. The Void Crush that is currently on me. Oh, the luck was low. You can actually vortex that. So if you vortex the crushers, they're actually gonna stay in. They don't get the crush, they just jump out and get back in. So that's a pretty good mechanic there. I sadly forgot it here. I'm gonna do it later, I'm pretty sure. A little thing to notice here is the well-known instincts, I'm pretty sure it's called, actually procs my Heart of the Wild here. So the Call of the Elder Druid usually in this season only procs by me doing an offensive spell in cat form. But sadly here it also procs when I get 40% damage. So my well-known instincts, I think that's called, is actually getting procced. It was really bad, but I adapted to the situation when the cat form used my Convoke either way. So we managed to save it. Now you need to keep an eye out. This is one of the harder pulls for healer because we're gonna do both packs together. So we're gonna do 2 pulses, a lot of random void balls. We're gonna do corruptions. We're gonna do so much here. So let's see what we're gonna do. Probably gonna pop the bark skin. Yeah, Iron Bark maybe. Watching him. A little life bloom there. We're super good here. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. Need to remove that curse. Here I prioritize not life blooming myself, but doing on the shaman because the shaman is gonna take a lot of damage. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go cat form here. This is super good so far. Another pull, a bit bad by me because we didn't get ready for it. I'm gonna do Healthstone here and Renewal. And gonna use my Convoke defensively. So if I didn't want to use my Convoke defensively, I should have HUD'd more before the AoE. Right there I went into cat form to do damage and then like afterwards tried to use my Convoke as healing. But the fact is, with the way that Mastery works on Druid, your Convoke isn't that really, it's not even efficiently if you don't have HOTS on everyone. So usually you only want to use your Convoke of the Spirits when you have HOTS on people. Because then it's more effective, okay? And that's because of the Mastery. So my Convoke was a bit of a stress Convoke there, but it's fine. Okay, so this boss got the corruption thingy. I'm gonna get that. Usually the tank in my groups want the corruption as much as possible. So yeah, that's what I usually do. I just swap it. You can see the crosses here. I don't need to get it again. Then it's gonna tick for a lot more. So usually DPS get it, tank get it, tank will give it to DPS, and so on. The only thing to notice on this boss as a healer, and especially as a druid, is that the overlaps, okay? So there's a lot of AoEs like this one, or the pull one. But the real fact is, if we do the corruption correctly, and we use like personals and keep everyone healthy with the corruption, there's nothing killing us here. The only thing killing us if there's an overlapping corruption and the AoE, or someone is getting 2 stacks of the corruption. That will be kind of out-healable with the AoE as well. Okay? So here you can see we're actually super healthy. I'm healing a bit more than I need to, but that's because the pool is coming in. You can see that on the left side of your screen. So yeah, we're just chilling here. My Heart of the Wild is over anyway, so I'm just trying to keep everyone healthy here. I don't want to risk the key by doing too much DPS here. Gonna go bear form here. Super nice defensive. Good job, with the patient. Keeping everyone healthy, as you see on your screen. What are we gonna do? Probably gonna go into cat form soon. Looks fine to me, this. Yep. Cat form right as the meow comes, and we can go into Call of the Elder Druid, sorry. Straight into a Convoke. A bit trigger finger there. I could have kept it for the Bloodseeker Veins just a moment. But honestly, it's fine. It's just 5% extra damage from the Bloodseeker Veins, and it's, yeah. You need to keep an eye out for that. That's why I have a big icon glowing when I have it. Gonna commit the Iron Bark here on the Warlock. Is a bit bad. You need to use that more on the Shaman because Warlock have so much self-healing. It's a pretty good zone though. On the, the AoE there and the corruption. It was a pretty nice zone. Okay, let's see what's going on. The darkness is coming down as well. We're just going to use a lot of utility here. Not quite sure why. The zone was nice. The darkness was unnecessary, in my opinion, here. But we're not... This is just a POC group. We're not talking together. So if we were talking together, I could have called out for their externals. The zone, the darkness, and so on. And here we're not talking together at all. So people are just playing their own game, okay? Gonna watch the Warlock here because of the corruption. I got him. Everything's fine. Ready to go into cat form. Convoke is ready. Call of the other Druid is ready. I'm gonna pop it right before it jumps. Sad. Late bear form. Probably gonna go into cat form here. Watching it. I got Bloodseeker.
Bloom up.
Click it. I'm clicking it. This is good. This is looking really good so far. It's nice to watch it again, actually, and trying to do the commentary for you guys. So, actually a pretty clean boss here. The darkness was the only thing not needed. The next mini boss you need to look out, okay? So the healing absorb from this one actually hits like a truck on these hierarchies. So just in a moment you're gonna see a healing absorption on everyone. You can dispel one, and then you need to out-heal the rest if you don't have a priest. Priest can master spell it, but as you can see on the wall, like it actually hits like a truck. So I needed to be ready for that, and I really wasn't. So, and the other thing the mini boss does is those orbs. So we're just gonna watch those. Kick the void bolt, and everything is fine. This little pull can be very scary, but if people play it right and you get the healing absorption off, it's fine. I still don't vortex these though. Gonna get the healing absorption too.
Bloom up.
And we're gonna get a little dance here. I still don't vortex them. That's kind of weird. But either way, these two crushers, you can vortex them as well to stay together with the mini boss to cleave it all down. That's pretty good. I'm gonna use Convoke here without Bloodseeker Veins. I mean, it's fine. I'm gonna get a Bloodseeker in here, bite into it. It looks good. And we're gonna jump down to the last part of the dungeon here. Some people use a parachute skip. We talked about it in the start, but I still haven't tried it, and I don't think I have the toy for it. So yeah, we don't do that. We just do standard route.
Bloom up.
But this is the mob that most people are actually scared of, because when this big giant is going on 40% health, it starts to like do pulsing AoE together with swirlies, and those hurt a lot. Oh, actually, look at that! I actually swirled them. You saw that? I actually used my vortex on them now, so the void crushers went out and went in again. I actually did exactly what I needed to do here. Pretty cool. So I'm just getting ready here for the AoE. You can see it coming here. Clicking the bark skin, using my Swiftment.
Bloom up.
I'm just gonna hard cast and then move. That's the play. Hard cast, move, hard cast, and move. I'm keeping this guy up. I'm holding my Convoke here. I'm trying to hold my Convoke to use it offensively on the next pull. That's why you don't see me use it here. It was actually, you can see the Shaman also health potted here. It was a fine health pot, and the DK as well. I had them. I would say I had them. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's a bit, yeah, you know, when you're, the Convoke is just a big question, okay? So you can see me here in a moment, and you're gonna use my Convoke offensively here. But me holding my Convoke actually burned 2 health pots on the last pull, so maybe it wasn't that worth, okay? That's the thing you need to, figure out by yourself. That's the thing I really like about playing the Resto Druid right now, is that you need to always prioritize whether you're going to use a defensive or offensive Convoke, and that's gonna make your entire day. It's really, it's really different compared to the situation which Convoke type you're going to use. Okay, here you can see me actually. Oh, the DK, we're so close there, with no hearts and the healing absorption AoE going off, but it's fine. I'm gonna keep pumping, watching those orbs. And in the end here we have 2 healing absorption mini bosses left and 2 crushers left. So what we don't want to do, we don't want to pull them together to get the overlap. If we get the pulsing AoE 40% thingy together with the healing absorption, that will be super hard to heal. That's what we're trying to prevent happening. That's why we're pulling it nice and slowly here. Just taking a chill. We're not gonna 2-chest it anyways, because the last boss is super long with the shield phase. So we're just super chilling here.
Chill.
Trying to keep everyone up. I'm doing a good job. Good job, Marvel the Patient. Big fan. Actually looking good here. Was ready to kick that, but someone else did it. It's fine. Gonna kick that, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Bloom up.
So yeah, we're just gonna take the mini boss here. Nice kick. No void balls needs to go out here. I'm not sure why I go out here. Oh, I'm getting ready for the AoE, but it wasn't the AoE, it was actually dance. I am kind of sure that it's on a random cost, so you don't know whether it's going to be dance or the AoE coming first. But yeah, I
Bloom
might
up.
be wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me in the
Bloom up.
comment. That could be really good for me to know. The DK. Ooh. That healing absorption, as I said earlier, is ticking for so much damage. Oh, look at that vortex. Okay, one more. Bye. That's how you're supposed to do every crusher pull in this dungeon, by the way. It's really, really nice. So I'm just gonna go in here, waiting
Bloom
for a
up.
Bloodseeker Vein right now, holding my Convoke, holding
Bloom
it.
up.
I actually choosing to click it because it's getting lower, and now the AoE is starting, so I needed to click it to use my Heart of the Wild
Chill.
efficiently. Gonna do Bark Skin here, really good Bark Skin. Gonna watch it, maybe Iron Bark someone. I don't
Bloom
think
up.
I am going to, but let's see. I think I'm gonna keep it here. We're gonna get one more. Keep everyone healthy. Okay, so on this next pull, there's unavoidable two guys, okay? There's a mini-boss with the healing absorption thing, and there's the big guy with the 40% thingy, okay? So what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna focus
Bloom
down
up.
one target and gonna leave the other target. So at this point, we're gonna... Oh, the healing absorption going out. We're gonna focus the little girl, or the mini-boss here, and we're gonna try to leave the golem out, okay? So as I just said a moment ago, our biggest issue, and a thing that actually wipes groups here, is that if people try to burst them both down at the same time and getting the AoE together with the healing absorption, that's really, really bad. So yeah, we focus down the caster and mini-boss here, as you can see, and we're just gonna leave the other guy above 40%, so we don't get the overlap. That's really good. That's the safest way to play it. I guess there's some MDI people actually just pulling everything together. But this is the safe way to pull it, and I really like it.
Bloom up.
I'm not waiting on my
Bloom up.
Bloodseeker Vein here, just try to pump it down because it's getting 40%.
Chill.
So yeah, you don't always looking at the lock. Really good. You don't always want to wait on your
Bloom
Bloodseeker
up.
Veins. It also depends on the
Bloom up.
dungeon and where you are in the key and all that. That's what make WoW so nice for me, because it's like very situational how you play your key. Here you need to watch the knockback. I almost get knocked back down in the water,
Bloom
and
up.
look who's there. Hello, Mr. Shaman. We're not gonna two-gist it anyways, but I'm kind of locked in at this point, so I'm like straight for the wall, like summon him up. And for some reason we can't summon him. I'm actually not sure what's going on here. We're trying to summon him,
Bloom
and
up.
something goes wrong,
Bloom
so we're
up.
like using 30 seconds on this, trying to summon him, trying to click him, and not going off. Gonna do the last one. A very nice thing to notice here is the Warlock is just gonna call it in just a moment. I'm just gonna do can't summon, but I actually got it through there. The Warlock can actually remove the corruption from himself, okay? That's really good, so you wanna place the Warlock as far away as possible. He can dispel himself. In the middle of your screen now on this last boss, you see the big shield, okay? Most people,
Bloom up.
I think, know this boss
Bloom up.
now at this point in the season, but you need to kill the shield, and then you're gonna do damage on the boss. You're gonna get a damage
Chill.
amp phase. Usually on the corruptions, as you're gonna see in just a moment, I prioritize range targets and let the melee targets run out by themselves, okay? So I'm just gonna heal here. What we're gonna use those for, I think most of you know, is just... I'm gonna remove it from TK there. Watching the shaman here. What most of you think, you need to do the pillars, okay? You have 3 guys, you need to do 3
Bloom up.
pillars. If you don't do that, you're gonna get an ad and basically wipe it. Every time I've missed a pillar, I've wiped the boss. So, yeah, you need to do that. I'm gonna change focus here for, I think it's the Warlock, right? You can actually see that. Ooh, tight here. Really nice
Bloom
health
up.
pot from the shaman. Good job.
Bloom up.
I'm gonna bait it here. Oop. We're gonna go back in. The damage amp is up. We're gonna pop everything we have, and we're gonna pop Convoke, holding the Convoke, holding the Heart of the Wild for this damage phase. Taking more damage. Gonna pump it. Usually there's like three damage
Bloom up.
phases. Sometimes when you have an Arcane Mage or some like really single target bursty class, you can do it in 2, but in these high keys you are used to doing it in 3, okay? So we're gonna use to it again. We kind of plopped out now with all the corruption. He can remove it by himself. I forgot that just a moment. So I'm just gonna heal
Bloom
the
up.
DK. For some reason I think I don't have cleanse yet, and I
Bloom up.
didn't actually. So I removed it from the Warlock, but the Warlock can remove it from himself. So that's a big misplay by me. A little bear form here on the AoE. I'm gonna stand
up.
here. Let's see
Bloom
what's
up.
going on. The DK was actually super cute here. This is a misplay by me. That's why I do my
Chill.
bad. Because I should have went back there by the pillar, and the DK actually went over there and, yeah, couldn't do DPS. So a
Bloom
bad
up.
play by me. The shield is about to get gone. We're going to do a damage phase more here. We got the Convoke again. Really nice. We're going to pump it. Do damage to the boss. You can see that the boss is actually dropping quite low here.
Chill.
30%. I think it's gonna be just about, yeah, sub 30. We're gonna get a last phase. We can see that already. Just gonna get ready for the damage. The new shield is up. You can see that in the middle of your screen. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna get the corruption. I'm gonna go out here. Gonna place it far, far away. The DK is watching it as well. Again, bad played
Bloom
by
up.
me. I should have removed him from him first, who can actually do DPS. Got a little bark skin here. Usually you need to prioritize. Yeah, I said prioritize ranged, and I mean that. I usually prioritize ranged, but sometimes you can also just prioritize do it on the DPS, the melee DPS. The issue with cleansing the melee DPS is that if they don't move, all the like melee spots are going to be taken by the corruption there. So I'm just actually gonna stand with
Bloom
that.
up.
You need to be able to remove it from range first. A bit of a troll convoke here by me,
Bloom
but
up.
at this point I'm just like trying to use my
Chill.
Heart of the Wilds. There you have it. We're gonna get damage phase here, and we're just gonna pump the boss. I'm watching the Warlock here, but I have Light Bloom on him, so I'm just sitting in cat form trying to do damage here. If I've saved my Convoke from here, I would have
Bloom up.
gotten better overall damage,
Bloom up.
like better usage of it. Just gonna type my bad to the DK there. Yeah, can you still hit it from there? That's why I'm asking him. You saw some of them, like last pillar, he could still hit it, but there was a lot of pillars where he couldn't. And I should have played that better. Yeah. So yeah, that's the key. A pretty nice key for me, honestly. So basically 0 deaths, okay? A Warlock jumping and forgetting a feather doesn't really count as a death in my book, I'll be honest with you. But a really, really nice key. The Warlock as well says like, really nice job, guys, and I totally agree on him. Or with him. So we're gonna do some damage details now. This is the damage done in the dungeon, so you can see the DK actually doing like 3.6 mil. The Affliction Warlock actually was so good as well. Me around the 600k, pretty good for me. I mean, you got Rib, you got bursting growth. That's the when I bite into the Bloodseeker veins. You got the overall healing here, regrowth on the top. You got rejuve now as well. That's super cool because of the endurance that. So the foreset, when the endurance runs out, is gonna prioritize giving rejuve,
Time to
wild growth,
pump.
and then regrowth. Is pretty good. And as you can see here, down in the left button, half of your screen, the shaman healing was really bad. That's why we do it on him. Overall death, there was no overall death to talk about, only Warlock jumping down. And you can get the overall interrupts here on your screen right now. Actually following pretty well here. What I'm kicking, I'm not like super proud of that, but I'm kicking the primary target so we don't get one shot and it's fine. There's not that many like important spells other than the single target things to kick here. So overall, guys, a really, really good plus 14. One of the first plus 14s I've ever timed, or it is the first, and one of the first ones I even played, and actually with a pretty good group. So I know there was a lot of talking today, and I know I had a lot of mine, but I hope you enjoyed the key anyways, guys. And as always, I guess I just see you in the next one. See you guys.